Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, let's get into the action-packed day today on this Tuesday, July 9th, 2013. Markets are just off of their highs of the day here. Today we had a gap higher, a little bit of selling pressure, and then the markets again have floated up on extremely light volume. Now, a lot of the last couple days up action could be looked at as new money flow into the markets in the new quarter. So again, that's partially what most people are saying is the result of this up move. There's also a feeling that the Federal Reserve FOMC minutes tomorrow will talk about how they are not going to remove QE too quickly. And again, just one more time, guys, the FOMC minutes will be released tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, I think the market's movement up is a more complacency feeling of everything's going to be okay. Economic data is not too hot, it's not cold, but it's not too hot. So the Fed's going to still be there to backstop this market. And again, that's even in regards to how ugly China looks right now and many other parts of the world like Brazil and other indices across the globe. But again, the U.S. markets continue to be very strong. Now, a couple things that you might want to keep an eye on here going into the next couple trading days. First off, this upsloping blue trend line right here. This is a trend line that's an upsloping pivot point from this low here. So the last couple major lows before we broke through, this is now a retrace into that level. All right, if you look closely, what you can see right here is we had a downsloping trend line right here where we hit it, and then broke through, and that let us get up to this downsloping one. And I can zoom out and show you this one. This one was from this point to this point. We got there. We hammered into it yesterday. Today we gapped above it. So it seems like these sloping lines are more powerful than just the regular flat lines that the average trader is going to be following. So I do encourage you to just note that we're kind of noticed here. This morning, into it, we sold off. Into it, we sold off. Into it, we sold off. Now we're right into it again, and the markets are kind of getting a little bit more on the weaker side. So these are just little minor things that I do want us to pay attention to, folks, and just kind of monitor in terms of resistance. So again, I guess the whole synopsis here is that the markets have a little bit of short-term resistance in them right now. Now, I want to go over a bunch of different stocks today, mainly because I think there are some interesting clues out there as well. First, I want to start with JPM. All right, JP Morgan Chase, right? JPM is the symbol. JPM today is only up 26 cents, and this stock was actually negative early in the day and then has come back decently, but it's actually forming a bearish intraday pattern here. So, again, if someone were to tell me the Dow was going to be up 100 points today and the markets were having a pretty nice advance across the board with the S&P 500 trading up about 13 points, Nasdaq up 20, and again, as I said, the Dow just up shy of 100 points, and JPM was only up 25-30 cents today, I would be a little surprised at that. So we are seeing some relative weakness in one of the leading stocks out there. All right, and again, if that's a leading stock, what is that telling us? Is that telling us anything in particular about what the market has in store for us? Especially considering we're into a key level on the SPY. Now, if you look at the daily chart of JPM, it's not back to those double tops yet, although it is up a little bit today, and it's actually had a pretty nice move up over the last few days. To the members in the research center in the video, I talked about this bullish pattern a few days ago into last week, and it sure enough has played out beautifully. But now I am seeing some weakness here, relative weakness, no doubt about it, in this chart of JPM. On the other hand, so that was JPM. On the other hand, Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is actually having a very strong day trying to get through these two moving averages. Based on where it closes, this chart could actually start to get stronger instead of weaker. Now, right now, it's still in weak position because it's really on top of that 20 MA. So you really want to see it close above there and then confirm above there. If you do that, then I think you have some instance of wondering, well, actually, it doesn't even have to confirm above that because it never confirmed. Actually, it did confirm below the 20, not below the 50. So, in all fairness, it needs to confirm back above the 20. But I am keeping an eye on Goldman. It's not as much of a leading indicator as JPM is, but it still is a very, very important stock to the market. And again, the disparity here, again, JPM, I'm just looking now, folks, just up 25 cents, while Goldman's up $3. There's definitely something going on there. And JPM has earnings on the coming Friday. So this Friday, JP Morgan has earnings. So that'll be something interesting to watch there as well, folks. Okay? So again, we'll take a look at that and see a couple other stocks. Intuitive Surgical getting hammered today. Stock is getting crushed, down $93. All right, down 93. So we'll have to watch that. Now again, I do have some key levels I want to give you guys on this stock, and I'm going to do them right now here. Okay, the even number of 400 is definitely an interesting level. That's right here. So it looks like it's around 395 to 397. If it gets down there intraday today, you probably get a bounce back above 400. So keep an eye on that one. Next up, we have the gap fill right below that at 382 right here. So these are your next two major levels on Intuitive Surgical. And basically, earnings were just horrible on this, guys. I mean, any way you cut it, it was just not a pretty quarter for ISRG. And that's why the stock is down almost $100 on the day, which is about 20%. Really a tremendous fall. I don't remember the last time I saw Intuitive Surgical fall that much in one day. All right, but again, that is getting hammered. But there are key players right there. There are key levels that you want to follow because, again, that will trigger and that'll be the levels that you're going to get bounces off of. Now, watch Apple as well. Let's go over to Apple. The reason I bring Apple to your attention here, folks, is mainly because you're dealing with this 420, 421 line. If you close above this, you could be in the midst of a beginnings portion of a rally on Apple Computer, or Apple Inc., as they call themselves now. All right, again, please notice the bullish consolidation here. And today, depending on where we close, you may be in a bullish scenario for Apple AAPL. So again, I would say right now, a close above 421, I think yields further upside in the coming days. It's a breakout. The breakout should take you to the 50 MA. So again, mark your calendars right here. I'm giving you guys that trade setup as a possibility should it form. A couple other stocks in motion today. Chevron's having a big time move. Now, what I like about Chevron in terms of resistance, guys, see this trend line? You busted through it here. You pulled back. Now you've retraced to that same level here, and this is resistance on the charts of Chevron. All right, CVX, good resistance right here at around the 123.40 level, give or take a little bit. Good resistance right here. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that one. I want to continue to follow it, see how it all plays out. Another stock in motion today is FedEx. All right, FedEx is having a solid day today. Okay. And as you can see here, the stock is up almost $6.50. It's actually coming off its highs right now. But I want to draw your attention to the high pivot here on the charts. And this is where the high was made today. And I want to show you how you knew this was going to be a major point of interest. All right, let's first just clearly draw this trend line right through. Look at that. Is that amazing or what? This is a gap fill, guys, going back to this big gap down. And this price point on the date was on March 19, 2013 at approximately 106.40. And look at that today, guys. I mean, that is just awesome. Absolutely awesome. See how it literally had such a big move to the point where it was up over $7 and is now pulled back based on hitting that precisely. Truly amazing, guys. And again, those are the things you have to, as traders, look at and focus in on. Absolutely amazing. All right, Amazon, guys, not having a big move today. Amazon had a nice move yesterday, but it still continues its march towards 300. I still say 300 is your price target on Amazon. We talked about Apple. Google had a nice early up day, and then it fell back down, and now it's slowly climbing back up. If we look at the intraday chart, you can see it pretty clearly here. Nice gap up, collapsed, and then a move back up a little bit. Little bit of a bearish pattern, though. I mean, we're seeing a lot of these intraday bearish patterns develop that I do think warrants us keeping a close eye on. Okay? So again, let's keep a very close eye on some of these patterns into the afternoon session. Based on everything I'm seeing, the market should be coming into some resistance. I actually thought as of yesterday we might have topped out short term, but it looks like they have a little extra juice in the tank ahead of the FOMC policy statement tomorrow, which again is just the minutes. It's not a new policy statement, it's the minutes from the old meeting. So we'll just monitor that and see again how it all plays out. But that is what I'm seeing right now, folks, is that we are into some pretty significant resistance. Okay? Couple other stocks in motion today that I think are doing pretty well. Caterpillar, guys. Caterpillar's having a tremendous day. Although, look at this. You just got well, not a full topping tail there, but very close to a topping tail on that chart. So again, guys, that's actually interesting to me. That's very, very interesting to me, and warrants us to keep closer attention on an intraday basis. Look at how many up candles this thing had on an intraday basis. It's now starting to come back in. I haven't seen Caterpillar make this type of move in quite some time. So it does make me, again, interested to see if we're nearing a little stall out point, intraday at least, on Caterpillar. On the daily chart, what you can see here is, look at this. So you basically came right into this area right here. these little pivots, pivot right here, and pivot right here, and right into that mix. So in any case, guys, keep an eye on that. I think that is important. I am seeing FedEx continuing to come back in, and we'll watch to see how that all plays out. All right, guys. I got to get back to trading, guys. There's a lot of action, even though it's a quiet volume day. There's a lot of stocks in motion today, which have given us some good trading opportunities. And I will be back again tonight to talk to my members live, or at least in a recorded video live, and I will tell them exactly the outlook, the charts, the patterns, the trades, and everything. And again, come join us here at the In the Money Stocks Research Center. It's a 7-day free trial you can take, and we encourage you to test us out. Come join us here at inthemoneystocks.com. Take care.